Hello everyone, this is Sam. I'm making this video, this tutorial video, because many of you kept asking me about doing an English version of my tutorial video about the way I record, I edit and program the drums, recording the guitars, etc., etc. So let's do it. But first of all, I want to apologize for my English accent, which sometimes is English, sometimes is American, and sometimes is French. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize for the poor quality of my video. It's due to the quality of my smartphone. Anyway, the first thing I always do is that I open Guitar Pro. Guitar Pro is a score and tab editor in order to program and edit my drums track. The last video I did was Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter by Iron Maiden. So let's open the file. It goes like this. You see, every number is a sound. For example, 35 is the kick, 40 is the snare, 46 is the open hi-hat, 42 is the closed hi-hat, you see, 49 is the cymbal, and I don't have a MIDI keyboard, so I have to enter and write down every single note, and the whole track goes up to 172 bars for this number. Let's hear how it sounds. As you can hear, it sounds very cheap, very MIDI, but it doesn't matter. What I do once I finished programming the drum, I export the file into a MIDI file. Bring Your Daughter, save, and then I open this MIDI file within Cubase. My version is Cubase Elements 6, which is very simple and for me to use. I open an empty track, an empty file, and import the MIDI file I've just created. So, Bring Your Daughter is in No Prayer for the Dying. There it is. And Cubase is now loading the MIDI file. There. It takes some time to actually get ready. Okay, now the MIDI file is now loaded in Cubase. Let's hear how it sounds. As you can hear, it still sounds a bit lame. So what I do is I use Superior Drummer, and I created a preset which I called Evil Drums 3. It's the third version of my drum sounds, and it goes like this once it's loaded. let's begin. Let's start with the beginning. It sounds much better. It's the sound you usually hear in my videos. What I do once it's loaded, when it's converted into better sounding drum track, I export this file into a WAV file. Export audio mix. Let's name it drums bring and export it. It takes some time. Now I've opened a new file and imported the wave drum track. Let's hear it. I need to have a wave file in order to apply on it a bit of EQ. This one, let's suppress the number 1, in order for the snare to sound much better, like this, much brighter, and a bit of reverb, a slight bit of reverb, and it goes like this. There. And then what I have to do now is record the guitars on this drum track, playing along with it. I reopened the existing file, which will be easier for me to explain. This is the drum track. This is the first guitar, the left one here, the right one, the middle one, and the bass track. So let's hear the drums with only one guitar. Okay, 2 guitars. And the middle one. And the bass. There. The guitar sounds in this particular video is made with Helix Native, which is a VST plugin for guitar, which goes like this, with your amp and cab selection, EQ, reverb, etc., etc. It took me some time to get the sound pretty close to the Iron Maiden sound, but I'm quite happy with it. And once it's done, all I have to do is export this file, the final mix, into an audio file, a WAV file. Let's call it WAV bring. Export. I just forgot something. I didn't tell you about the way I plug my guitar. directly into my audio interface right here, and using Helix Native, it sounds like this. And all I have to do is play along with the drum track. So let's do it. Etc. etc. And while I'm recording the guitar parts, I filmed myself so the audio and the video match together. Alright, I hope this video was helpful, and see you around.